The entrance to the cave is quite steep, thus the Park Service put in all these switchbacks to get down into the cave. However, there's also an elevator to take you down.
There she goes, trying to get a head start. Doesn't want to breathe any of that bat dust. Oh, a little bit dark here. Some stalactites hanging here from the ceiling outside the bat cave, where Mexican free-tailed bats roost during the daytime from March through October. Then I assume they migrate in the winter to Mexico. There's a pool at the bottom of this column. You actually have two columns here. And right on the other side of Bonnie, there's a stalagmite. And above us, of course, stalactites. And it's a pretty significant pool of water here. And if I would have walked a little bit farther, I would have found out the name of this pool here is Devil's Spring. It's really not a spring, it's just a pool of stagnant water. Got a tall stalagmite right alongside the trail that we're on. This is called Green Lake Room. A lot of stalactites here hanging from the ceiling. Got some columns. This is called the Boneyard. This is what early explorers referred to this area as. It has lots of holes in the rock that kind of look like Swiss cheese. It formed because the weak acid got into the cracks in the rock, and then over time dissolved away holes in the rock. We are now in the area called the Big Room, and this is more toward the bottom of the cave, or the caverns, and we're now going to be walking around throughout the lower section of the cave, or cavern. And Bonnie says these are Christmas trees. Stalagmites. And stalactites up here, but it's too dark, I guess. Yeah, we can get some up here. This is more of the big room. It's a different view of the big room, just taken from a different angle. Now here are some real massive columns and stalagmites. Real thick, heavy stalactites. These are the lion's tail. Got some ribbon up on the top, and we have flowing down here. Ah, such neat stuff. I hope this turns out all right. It's pretty dark with the video, but these are popcorn covered stalagmites. It's a regular grotto of stalagmites, real irregular outer coverings called popcorn. It's not lit up as well as I would like. Let's try over here. It's amazing. And of course, if there's stalagmites on the cavern floor above, there must be stalactites. My goodness. Have a column back here. Couple of really nice columns over here. Stalactites. And more popcorn covered. Oh, it's too dark. Sorry about that. We're still in the big room. Stalagmites here, big stalagmites. And I don't know if you can see it because it's not lit very well here. But at their base is nothing but flowstone coming toward me. It's not lit well enough, I guess. I believe this is what's referred to as the bottomless pit. I'm not positive, but I can't see the bottom. Of course, this ladder was put here many, 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 many years ago. This is a wall of gypsum. I believe it's a mineral. There's not very much of it in this cave. It extends all the way along here. It's a relatively long wall of this white rock called, or mineral called gypsum in this part of the cave. the chandelier. And this is the totem pole. Over here is the caveman. It doesn't turn out so well when I shoot video. I think the video wants more light than I can give it. But you have all kinds of different stalagmites and stalactites in this area. This is part of the big room, I believe. We just happen to be walking around the other side from where we walked in, so we're headed toward the exit. Oh, losing focus. There we go. That's better. Doesn't show up so well when I shoot video. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a lot of stalactites on the ceiling. It's not lit real well for video. Got some large holes here toward the ceiling. See where water stains have come here on the bottom. Of course, that's how all these formations get formed. You know, as Bonnie says, this is really, really pretty right here. Got all these stalactites hanging from the ceiling, forming a few columns on the way down, and grotto-like stalagmites here on the bottom. I sure hope this turns out okay on video because it looks kind of dark here. In front of us we have some wet flowstone trickling down here. You can see it better if I get closer. This looks dry over here to the right, but very beautiful. Lots of real delicate stalactites on the ceiling. Getting dark. Rock of Ages is the name of this formation. Here we have lots of drapery style formations coming down this wall. To a cave pool at the bottom. And this is that pool on the opposite direction I was just video recording. I was just shooting. You can see some ripples in the water from droplets falling from the ceiling. It's nice and clear, isn't it?
Oh, fishies.
Now here's something different. Stalactites. Oh, and here's a column. By golly, there's some stalagmites. Such things you find in caves. Right, this is called Chinese theater. Combination of stalactites, stalagmites, and columns. And looks like on the floor there's flowstone. Right here, flowstone. This is pretty unique. The flowing rock down into flowstone at the base. Yeah, pretty neat.
These near buildings, near the cave entrance, were built by the CCC boys during the Great Depression. On our drive out of the park, we came upon these sheep